Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Hey. You know what? I haven't done a daily check-in in a couple of days. I know it. You know it. But hey, I'm back doing it. I was out of town. You know, when you go out of town and you're attending these functions like an IMEX and all that, you know, that stuff is, I was going to say it takes a lot out of you. It does take a lot out of you, but there's a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, right? It's not just that, it's the outside things you have to do as well, especially if you're a hosted buyer, which means someone else had invited you and they paid for you to be there. So you have certain commitments that you have to do, right? So with all the commitments and then going to the show and then doing, you know, the appointments and things like that, sometimes, you know, doing a live or whatever becomes too hard to do, right? So I just couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it together. I just couldn't pull it together. Okay, so please forgive me. I'm looking at my phone because I want to make sure I am live on the platforms I'm supposed to be live on. So this is a daily check-in. I do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday normally. But you know, if I'm doing a show, you know, if I'm doing a conference or at a meeting or whatever, then sometimes it takes a back seat to those things. But you know what? I hate offering excuses because that's not what I'm all about. But I ain't got nothing else to say other than I couldn't do it. Okay. But I did show some videos. I did do videos. I did do posting. So I did do something. I just wasn't live. I did do a daily check-in from my room though. Let me take that back. I did do a daily check-in from my room, which was the Fountain Blue. Okay, the Fountain Blue. If you didn't see that one, check that out. It was live from Las Vegas on the Strip, the newest hotel in Las Vegas, which is the Fountain Blue, 3,700 rooms, 550,000 square feet of meeting space. What? Huh? 3,700? And it's funny, it didn't feel like it was that many rooms. It didn't feel like it was that big. But it is. It's crazy. But anyway, yes, I am live there on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Let me just make sure my sound is down. The sound is down. But okay, so we're not talking about the Fountain Blue today. Okay, we're not talking about the Fountain Blue. That was a couple of days ago. I'll discuss that again on a later date, maybe next week on air with Russell of Hotels. You know, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. But we'll get into that later. But today, daily check-in, you know, normally I have a topic, but I'm gonna do a little talking about IMEX conference or IMEX, the trade show that we went to, the conference convention. It's an international convention, right? People from around the world, 150. I always say 150 countries. I don't know how many countries are actually represented, but there was a lot, right? It had to be well over 100. So I'm just going to leave it at 150. All right. But from every inch of the globe, there was someone there. Okay. There was someone that was representing that destination. And then within the destination, there's hotels that are representing themselves within that destination. So like Morocco. Okay. So like Morocco, there's different hotels in Morocco, different things to do, DMCs, DMOs, all those were represented. A DMC is a destination management company, like your transportation or specialty things. A DMO is a destination marketing organization, like a CVB. That's the CVB and the DMO those terms are interchangeable. It's just that, I guess, depending on, if you're old school or new school. Old school was CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau. New school, DMO, Destination Marketing Organization. So there you go. The same thing now. Same thing. But I just had to educate you, right? I got to get everybody caught up on what's going on here. But the chat is open. So these daily check-ins are all about, or anything that I do, all about engagement. I'll spew out information and educational things at times, but it's all about conversation. It's all about getting feedback. It's all about engaging with people. So the chat is open. So feel free to make your comments, say, hey, what's going on, where you are, all those kind of things. And I'm here for all of it. So so comments are open if you're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, or my Facebook page. Doesn't matter. I'll see the comments come up and I'll know exactly which platforms you're on. So boom, there you go. But anyway, we're all about the Westin Lake Las Vegas, right? So I was there on Monday. Okay, I didn't stay the night, but I was there damn near all day. I should have stayed the night, right? But no, I when I got to Vegas on Monday, my first order of business was to go to the Westin Lake Las Vegas because I had never been there. I had heard about it. I know people that have actually utilized the hotel for groups, but I'd never been there. I'm like, I need, to go there. I had a previous contact before, and then before I got a chance to go there, he had left, right? That's how hotel people do, hotel salespeople. That's how we do. We bounce around. So, and I'm not hating on anybody, but that's just how it is, right? So I never got a chance to come out. So a new person came in that I had met at a conference, like a destination, east, west, north, or south. I can't remember what it was, but I met her, Reve Black. She's a sales manager there at the Westin Lake Las Vegas, and she invited me over. She said, you're coming to IMEX. Won't you come by and do a site and lunch?" I'm like, okay, let's do it, right? Because I did definitely want to see it, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is the thing. This is what I love about this hotel. It's away from the strip. Okay, 15, 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes away from the strip. But I'm gonna get into the meat of it in a minute, right? Because I got some drop downs and all that kind of stuff. So just hold on. I got other stuff I got to get through before I get there. I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But that was just a little teaser, right? So I'm just giving you a little teaser. But I'm live from LA here, just in case you did not know. Live from LA. I was in Vegas for the last 3 days. Monday through yesterday, and did everything IMEX, right? So, and just entrenched and engaged in everything IMEX. Like I said, there was multiple countries represented. I said 150, hundreds, if not thousands, of hotels, destinations. You name it. It was all that stuff was there. Food from different destinations. Like Morocco, was it Morocco? They had the tea. Yeah, the Moroccan tea. You know how they pour? Oh my God, that stuff is so good. I love Moroccan tea. But yeah, so that was a good experience. I mean, everything was a great experience. Even the people I met or saw, Visit California or LACVB, LA Convention Visitors Bureau. What else? What is it called? Pasadena. Matt Horhan over there. I saw Brian Churchill with LACVB. I hadn't seen him in forever. It's not called LACVB. What is it called? I don't know, but it's basically the CVB or DMO. I just can't think of the full official name. But Anna Kim, Carolyn Brown. I hadn't seen Carolyn Brown. I forgot that she was even there, right? But she reps LA tourism it's called LA tourism, that's what it's called, from Sacramento. And I forgot that she was there. And I ran into her like, oh my God, good seeing you guys. So it was so good. Kathy Markarian. I mean, I'm dropping names now. These are people that I used to either work with, work around, whatever. I mean, just people that they had been in my circle, for years, and I hadn't seen them in a while. And it's always good to come across people and like, oh my God, how have you been? And this and that. Oh, your kids are grown, all that stuff, all that stuff that comes along with it. And then we get around to the why we're really there, and that's business, right? So what do you have for me? But yeah, so that, and then, other destinations, like I went by New Orleans, Denver, North Carolina, like Charlotte, Charleston, Savannah. I mean, all those kind of places. Santa Barbara. I need contacts everywhere, right? Because contacts come and go sometimes, and you just have to keep abreast of what's going on. International CVBs as well, or destinations. I did do Morocco as well as Malaga, Spain, because guess what? I'm going there. Okay, so it's always good to get some information about where you're going, and and see if they can help you or you can help them, or whatever the case may be. Went by Miami, Carol Motley. You guys know Carol Motley? Carol Motley, I know Carol Motley for so long. I remember when her kids were. I mean, she has three kids. She only had one back then. That's how long I've known her, right? So it was good to catch up with her. I probably saw her like maybe about 5 years ago, but I remember her when she first started in sales years ago in Phoenix, Arizona. Now she's a VP at the Miami Tourism Board, in Miami, right? So there you go. I mean, that's just how people evolve, right? And if you blink too many times, and people are, you thought they were here, now they're there, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What happened all these years, right? So, but anyway, so those are kind of things that you go to these, like an IMEX, which is a huge conference for the travel industry, for the hotel industry, for destinations. You get charter services, bus, plane, cruise lines. I mean, anything travel related that you need to travel, it's there, right? I mean, I saw the Real ID. They had a booth for the Real ID and passports and all those kind of things. I'm not sure if you can actually. I guess you can fill out your information there, right? Making sure you're doing everything correctly, right? Because people travel, right? So that's what it's all about. So you got to have. There's certain things you need in order to travel. Now, by the end of I think 25, you need to have a Real ID in order to travel, right? To get on a plane, even in the United States, you need a Real ID to travel by plane. So you need to make sure you get that stuff taken care of. And if you don't have a passport, well, it's a good time to get a passport. We all need one. What if we want to leave, right? We want to leave this country and go visit somewhere else. Well, that's what keeps a lot of people from traveling abroad, is they don't have a passport. So, well, let's start thinking about that. Let's get that taken care of so we can, get the hell out of here when we need to, right? Like, you know what? Enough's enough. Let's go travel abroad and go check out some other countries and see what the heck is going on the other side of the world, All right. Anyway, that's what some people do. That's what I do. So anyway, the blog. Before I go into anything, let me talk about the blog. The blog, any kind of topic that I have, and I don't really have a topic today, but later I will be sharing, photos and things like that, like here of the Westin Lake Las Vegas, like some of the photos that I'll show you today. Those will be on my blog as well. Some information about IMEX that will be on the blog after this is over. So feel free to go and check that out. Or any other topic that I talked about prior to today is there, right? So I can go in detail and depth in some of the things I talk about. So, but just go and take a look. Just go to the blog, and that's at russellofhotels.com. That's my website. Just go to the blog, drop down, hit that button, bing, and then everything will pop up. It won't make that noise, but I always like that, I just like making that sound effect. Bing. But yeah, so go to the blog and check it out. All information I've talked about, like topics that I discussed, not just here on the daily check-in, but on air with Russell of Hotels, the other show that I do. That's how this whole thing started, right? On air with Russell of Hotels gave birth to the daily check-in. Okay, that didn't even sound right, but that's the fact. Those are facts, right? So there will be no daily check-in with Russell of Hotels without On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. So, in fact, I just did show number 272 last week, and this coming week will be, of course, show 273. So they go in order, right? So, okay. Boom. I was just talking about the Westin Lake Las Vegas resort. Yeah, it's a resort too, right? So, okay, real quick, I always got to give the specifics of the hotel, right? Especially hotels that I've been to and I experienced. So once again, this is the Westin Lake Las Vegas. It's located about 20 minutes from the Strip. Okay, it's in what is it called? What is it called? What? Henderson. Oh my goodness. It's actually in Henderson, Nevada, which is outside of Las Vegas, and it's about 20 minutes from the Strip. Okay, so one thing that I've never been to Henderson before, right? I've only gone to the Strip, maybe a little further than where the Strip is, but that's it. I've never been to Henderson. So it tells you how big Vegas is, right? Or how big the area has grown. Because as I'm going, as the driver is taking me, he's explaining that, 10 years ago, this was all desert, and now it's a town, right? It's a city, a major city in Nevada called Henderson, right? Well, Lake Las Vegas Resort is in Henderson, right? So there's a lake there. It's a man-made lake, from what I understand, but it's huge, right? You would never even know it was man-made. But anyway, 493 guest rooms here, built in 1999. So it was something else before it became a Westin. I don't know what it was, but it don't matter. But now it's the Westin Lake Las Vegas, right? The important thing to me and for groups, it's non-gaming. And what does that mean, Russell, of hotels? That means it does not have a casino. Okay, you think everything in Vegas has casinos? No, everything doesn't. Every hotel does not have a casino, and this one does not. So it's non-gaming. There is smoking, but you can smoke outside. Okay, so I think they have designated smoking areas outside the property, but you cannot smoke inside. Okay, it's a non-smoking place, and it's non-gaming, meaning there's no casinos, none of that stuff. 109,000 square feet of meeting space. 109,000 square feet of meeting space. Can I say that again? Yeah, a lot of meeting space. A lot of it has windows or natural lighting, like we like to say. 35 meeting rooms encompassed in that 109,000 square feet. They have outdoor space as well, so I think that includes the outdoor space as well. So, just a lot of good space. It's just, and it wasn't that hot the other day, although I was kind of sweating a little bit. I'm like, can we go inside? But from what I understand, I hear it's big on weddings over the weekend, stuff like that. But a lot of farmer groups go there, insurance groups. A lot of corporate groups will go and utilize it because of the space, and because if you're in Vegas, the main draw of Vegas, of course, all the shows, the gaming, all that kind of stuff, gaming, gambling, whatever. But you can still do those things. It's not that far away. Like I said, it's literally about 20 minutes from the Strip, right? So if you want to do a day trip to Vegas, drop people off, they have shuttles and buses and all that stuff that can be arranged to take, the people that want to go and gamble. They can go and spend a day gambling if that's what they want to do, right? So it's not too far removed that you go, oh, that's impossible to do that. No, and it's a totally different vibe than the Vegas hotels. Totally different. People are not running around, doing this, doing that. Not a lot of clubs. It is no clubs in there. There's 2 restaurants. There's a bar, and there's 2 golf courses. Okay, one is a public, one is a private, right? So the private one, I believe, is owned by the Westin Lake Las Vegas Resort, and there's a public one. From what I understand, it's easier to get into the private one than it is to get a tee time on the public one, which makes sense, right? So it's a great hotel. I was like, wow. It took me too long to get out there and see this. It's for years I've been saying, oh, I got to go out there and take a look. Oh, I got to go check it out. But it just never happened until now. So I thank Reve for pushing me to come out there to, not taking no. I tried to say no a couple of times, but she's like, no, you need to come out here. And I'm like, okay, all right. So, but no, great hotel. I can't wait to take something there. I'm already working on it. So once again, 493 guest rooms, built in 1999, non-gaming, which means there's no casino there, 109,000 square feet, which means it'll fit any size group, okay? That's all that means to me. 35 meeting rooms, 2 restaurants, and a bar, and then 2 golf courses. Boom, what else do you need? What else do you need in a hotel? And sunny most of the time. So if you're in the weather, there you go, right? If you want hot, heat, okay, go out there. That'll be good. And did I mention the lake? It sits on a lake. That's Lake Las Vegas. And I think, did I show a video? Was there a picture of that? What was that? I guess I passed the lake. Did I pass the lake? Oh no, that's the pool. Okay. So it's several pools there, maybe 1 or 2 pools, and one has a slide in it, for the kids, or maybe some adults too. I think I would get on the slide. But yeah, so I forgot to mention the pool. That's important, right? You got to have a pool, and it's hot as Hades out there. So, but yeah, and I think I have a picture of the lake coming up and the little part of the golf course. So, what was I saying? Okay, on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that comes on every Tuesday. So check it out. You can go back and look at the last one, or just wait to the next one, which will be show number 273. That's coming up this coming Tuesday. Yes, I'll be doing it this coming Tuesday. I am in town, but guess what? I'll be out of town the following week. Woo, we'll talk about that later though. But Tuesdays at 1 o'clock PST. It means here in California. It's that live hospitality talk show. So this coming week will be show number 273. If you want to go back and check out just the podcast portion of it, just go to my website, russellofhotels.com, and then go under the podcast drop down. Hit that button, bing, and then just, listen to it until your heart's content. And like, oh my God, that Russell, he's something else. I don't want to see him. I just want to hear him. That's fine. Go podbean.com. You can go there as well. Take me on the go, podbean.com, and just type in on air with Russell of Hotels, and then you'll be able to take me on the go. Boom. Okay, see, that's the lake. So that's Lake Las Vegas right there, and there's some houses over there on the other side. Now, that was a zoom, I zoomed into that so you can see that, because I wanted to see the golf course. I wanted you to see the golf course. So the green right there, the forefront, that's actually part of the golf course, right? It wraps around the hotel. That's just part of it. I just wanted to show that for whatever reason. But there are 2 golf courses there. They have water sports on this lake. I think you can rent, and I think the only kind of vehicles that are, boating vehicles are electric type vehicles. That's the only ones that are that you can use on the lake. You can't use motorized boats, and motorized meaning, gas propelled boats. I think they're all electric. But from what I understand, you can fish there and everything. Okay, so it's kind of a cool little lake. So, but yeah, and it sits right there, and I think it looks kind of cool. I like to go back. So once again, any information at all, if you need any information about the hotel, you can call me. You can go to my website, russellofhotels.com, and you can call me. My phone number is right there, or you can email me, russell@russellofhotels.com, with any questions you may have. Feel free. That's what I'm here for. I am a resource for anyone that wants, any questions answered about anything that I do, hotel site selection, brand awareness. What is brand awareness, you may ask? Like, yeah, Russell, what is brand awareness? Well, it's making you aware of brands that maybe you didn't even know existed. What do you mean by that? Can you give me an example? Westin Lake Las Vegas. Did you know that hotel existed? A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that they're actually non-gaming, substantially sized hotels in Las Vegas. They're just not on the strip, right? There's another resort out here, but I'm not talking about there because I didn't go there. I didn't stay at that hotel, right? I didn't experience that hotel, so I'm not going to talk about that brand, but I will talk about the Westin. Did you know the Westin is part of Marriott family as well? You probably didn't know that. I'm sure most people did. But just in case you did not know, Westin is part of the Marriott brand, a family brand of hotels. So it's all about brand awareness. So my job is to let people know that these hotels exist. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. I just give you all my information right there. So if you have any questions at all, group, maybe you want to bring a group here. You don't know how to start. You don't know where to start. Well, start with me, and I can contact them on your behalf. I'll make it happen. RFP, what's RFP? Request for a proposal. I can get together your RFP, send it to all the hotel partners. If they're all in Vegas, that's fine. If they're throughout the country, that's fine too. So it doesn't matter. If they're throughout the world, it doesn't matter. I've booked things in Greece as well as Italy, and Caribbean and Mexico as well. So it does not matter. So you just let me know. You just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. No, whatever you need, I'm here. Whatever you need, I am here to assist. Okay, so anyway, I think that's about it. These daily check-ins don't have to be that long. I just tend to make them long because I get kind of long-winded. But no, they're typically 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the, sometimes they do go 30 minutes. I'm at 25 right now, right? Sometimes you wonder, like, can I talk that long? Oh, no, I can. I I used to wonder that. I don't wonder that anymore, but because I can sit up here, and when I'm not doing this, I'm talking to myself here. I'm like right at the computer talking to myself all the time. So yeah, so to talk for 25 minutes on a live is not a big deal. I can come up with something, some subject matter to talk about. But anyway, but once again, IMEX was great. Thank you to all the IMEX people, the people that the David, who I can't think of David's last name, with the diversity group that I went with, that hosted me. But it all starts with IMEX. So thank you so much, IMEX, for hosting. Thank you for the buyer lounge. I mean, that was kind of cool. Where if you're hosted, they had an exclusive hosted buyer lounge. They had food. They had things to drink. They had like fruit, like snacks and things like that, and places to sit, places to charge your phone, charge your computer or whatever. And they had a little lunch they served as well. So, but you had to be a hosted buyer to get in there. They wouldn't let, even if you had a guest with you, if they didn't have a badge that said hosted buyer, you couldn't get in. So let's see. And in fact, I'll show you. I got my badge right here, right? So my badge, okay, where is it? Boom. See, it says hosted buyer at the bottom. If you didn't have that, they wouldn't let you in to the hosted buyer lounge. And they were out there like 2 people strong. They're like, security, like, we're not letting you in here. But no, it wasn't like that. But yeah, they did have people checking badges to make sure you belong there. So it was cool. It was cool. It's kind of that exclusive kind of feeling. I think you can drop off your bags if you say you had a bunch of stuff. Like say the day that you were departing and you were doing, you had appointments. You can leave your stuff in there. You can check it like a coat check area. You can do that as well. So it was kind of cool. So IMEX, thank you so much. Keep doing that. Okay, keep doing the hosted buyer thing. I think this is the first time I really recognized it because I was a hosted buyer this time. So, but yeah, so that was cool. That was cool. So I look forward to doing that again next year. I don't know, something just happened. My phone or my computer just blinked. I don't know what that was all about, but I don't hope I didn't lose any connection. But anyway, I think that's it. So once again, thank you guys so much for joining this daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. Remember to check in on Tuesdays for On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. That is, once again, on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. See, I just clicked back so you can see that. It's live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, and live on Facebook, just like this show is. And you get 5 days a week of me, right? So you get 4 days of the daily check-in, and you get 1 day of On Air with Russell of Hotels. So there you go. The On Air with Russell of Hotels goes for about an hour. Okay, this show goes for about 25 minutes or so. Well, I'm at 28 right now. So anyway, there we go. So that is it. Once again, thank you to the people at the Westin Lake Las Vegas, specifically Reve Black. Thank you so much. I do appreciate everything you did. I appreciate your team and getting stuff together, transportation, lunch, or the restaurant. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And like I said, hopefully we'll be doing business soon because I'm working on something. I'm always working on some stuff. But anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on Monday, unless you see me before that. But let's just say Monday to do another daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. Because a lot of stuff happens at the minute, right? As soon as I get off this live, I'm sure something will happen, right? But anyway, you guys have a great day. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And